Welcome in a playoff edition of the Recruiting Roundup powered by Rockin' Refuel Varsity. Jason Jewell, Scout.com. I'm Jared Cohen. We bring the latest in Arizona high school football recruiting, and we do so year-round. Playoff action. Going to get into those games in just a moment, but first, recruiting news at the forefront. First offer for Chandler wide receiver Nikhil Harry.
Yeah, only a junior, and this is only his first offer. He's going to blow up. Arizona State offered him. He's a freak. He's 6'3", weighs 200 pounds. He just looks the part. Last year was a monster at Marcos, and he's a transfer to Chandler, filling in with all those other high-powered guys. Offensive explosion over there at Chandler. But again, just the first offer for Nikhil Harry. He's going to blow up. Scout.com, we already have him ranked as a 3-star, and he is well deserving of that ranking.
And what I love about Harry, from what I've seen from him on the field, is he looks the part. He catches passes, catches touchdowns, but he also does the little things. The way he blocks downfield for the other receivers with his size and his ability is something that Chandler really utilizes well.
That he does the little things, but the other thing I like, he has versatility. In the spring when I went out and saw him, he was playing free safety, and he was very good at that as well.
So congrats to Nikhil Harry, his first offer from Arizona State. Also 2 offers from Arizona Christian to Chandler players. Keola Daniels, their left tackle, he picks up the offer from the Firestorm, and also DJ Ware, who's done a nice job at defensive back for the Wolves, picks up an offer from Arizona Christian as well. Speaking of defensive backs, Ryan Parento picks up another offer.
Yeah, it was offered by UC Davis. Now he has 7, and he's one of the state's best defensive players. He's having a monster year, has multiple interceptions that he's returned for scores. He's a great kid, too, has almost a 4.0 GPA, very smart offer by UC Davis. If they can land a player like that, I think he's an all Big Sky type of player at that level.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if people peg him for anything other than Defensive Player of the Year in Division I for what he has done for Boulder Creek, who has a big game against Skyline in the first round of the playoffs. Let's look ahead really quick, the final week of the season. Look back at the final week of the season. Our Player of the Week, the last one of the regular season, goes to a state record holder for passing yards.
Yeah, congratulations to Emmanuel Gant, the quarterback from Tempe, breaks the all-time passing yardage record in a huge win over Alhambra. Tempe now is a high seed in the Division III playoffs, faces a very tough Higley team as well, but congrats to Gant. It breaks Luke Rebenza's record, and Luke is having great success as a true freshman at Cal, but Gant breaks that record in their win over Alhambra and might be the first guy ever in Arizona history to break 10,000 yards in a career if Tempe can make a playoff run.
And that's it. So the Week 10 Player of the Week, Emmanuel Gant. Now, Jason, you were out at Chaparral against PV last week. There is a quote-unquote breakout prospect, a guy we know well, but an angle around a guy we know well from that game that needs to be pointed out.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about junior quarterback Daniel Bridgegad from Paradise Valley. I really, really liked him. We've talked about him before. We talked about him in the Daily Dozen in the preseason, but the reason I want to focus on him is because in this game, he really sold it to me that he is going to be a Division I quarterback. He doesn't turn the ball over, but what I really like about him is his ability as an athlete. Chaparral blitzed the heck out of him, and he was calm and poised in the pocket, and when he needed to, he was able to roll out and keep drives alive with his feet.
So that's Daniel Bridgegad. Keep an eye out for him. Should be first of many offers coming up very soon. Now, Jason, let's look ahead to round 1 of the playoffs. A lot of really, really good matchups. Division 1 through 5. We're only going to focus on 2, though, because that's all we have time for. First one I'm going to mention, we have Highland going up against Pinnacle. Now, Pinnacle has been playing lights out throughout the entire season, only a 2-point loss to Hamilton at the beginning of the season. But they face a Highland team in the first round, a 3-versus-4 team matchup. I'm not calling an upset here, but I'm putting people on notice that the Highland Hawks went through a gauntlet of a schedule, playing one of the toughest sections in the state. Josh Chadwick, who is approaching 2,000 rushing yards on the season, but Pinnacle still has the firepower, still has one of the top quarterbacks in the state and also in the country in Brian Lewerke. His playmakers at receiver are playing well. Pinnacle, I still think, wins this game, Jason, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than people look at. What is the game that you're looking at coming up this week?
Yeah, the game I'm really excited for is a West Side matchup between 2 teams out in Peoria, Sunrise Mountain against Cactus. Now, Sunrise Mountain won that early regular season game, and now Cactus gets a chance for revenge. But what I like about this game is Sunrise Mountain, they finished the season 9-1 behind a sophomore quarterback in Chase Gord, who's played lights out as a freshman and this year as a sophomore. But Cactus, who's coming off a very close loss to Peoria last week, they finished the season 8-2. But he has Cactus has one of the greatest coaching staffs in the state. Coach Larry Feckenheimer is going to have this team right, and I expect a very close game on Friday night.
It took so many years for Sunrise Mountain to finally beat Cactus. They finally do so this year, and now they have to beat them twice in the same season in order to advance in the playoffs too. So it'll be a tough run for Sunrise Mountain, but should be a great rivalry game in round 1 of the playoffs. That's it for this week's edition of the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel. Jason Jewell, Jared Cohen on Sports360AZ.com.